Easy, Frank. She's not a fighter jet.
Flying brick.
I hope not.
It's a great day for flying.
It sure is, General Chuck Yeager, and hello and welcome back to another exciting installment of Let's Play Chuck Yeager's Air Combat. I am your pilot, co-pilot, counter-pilot, anti-pilot, repilot, unpilot, impolite, host, L11 Widebody. First of all, I would like to thank all the veterans of the United States Armed Forces and all the veterans of all the wars. Today is Veterans Day in the United States and Armistice Day in Europe and Canada. So, thank you very much for your service, and take a moment to observe all the brave sacrifices that have been made by soldiers in combat. Especially, well, maybe not Chuck Yeager hasn't made the sacrifice because he's still alive, but, you know, he did the things. So, let's get this going. We're into Vietnam, and we're going to be flying the F-4 Phantom for the first
Now,
time.
don't get overconfident.
Really? But overconfidence is the Air Force's motto, isn't it? First Fishbed kill. You're on a MiG cap, that is Mikoyan-Gurevich Combat Air Patrol. Mission protecting an F-105 Thunder Chief strike against the Baekjang Railroad Bridge. As you fly your patrol pattern, you spot two bogies at 130 high. 130 high. MiG-21's the hottest thing the Reds have got. Yeah, the MiG-21, the little sports car that the Soviets have. Try to down one of these birds, but be careful. For the first time, you're tangling with a missile-equipped opponent. Let's look at the tactics for a moment. The F-4E Phantom is the plane that is modeled in the game. So, about the F-4 Phantom. First of all, it's not a dogfighter by any stretch of the imagination. It was originally designed as an interceptor and a, what would be called, fleet support, fleet carrier, fleet air superiority, fleet defender, I think is the term, for the U.S. Navy. And the Air Force said, hey, we should get me some of those. So they did. And also the Marines flew the F-4 Phantom as well. So it's one of the few planes to be flown by all three, well, the three major branches of the U.S. military. I guess the Army doesn't fly planes because they have helicopters and stuff. I'm sure you know all about the helicopters of the Vietnam War. It's very famous. Anyway, the F-4 Phantom, as it was originally designed, did not have the 20mm cannon that it does in the F-4. The F-4E version introduced an onboard 20mm, the famous Vulcan cannon that you would see on pretty much every fighter jet of the American Armed Forces for the, well, pretty much ever. But the original F-4 did not have an onboard gun. Now, the U.S. Navy did eventually equip some of their F-4Ds with a gun pod, which was apparently a little bit more difficult to aim because, the F-4 was not designed as a dogfighter. So it was not designed with an onboard sight. So what I'm going to be doing to make this fun and exciting is I'm going to be trying at giving at least all of these missions where I'm flying the F-4 one chance without using guns at all, using only missiles and flying it in the traditional U.S. Navy configuration. So we'll see how that goes. Now, the Air Force did introduce the F-4E Phantoms into service into Vietnam. And it did serve in the Vietnam War with its cannon. So some of these missions are all listed as being U.S. Air Force. Let me show you. They're not distinguished by whether it's Air Force or a Navy historical
now,
mission.
Don't get overconfident.
The U.S. Navy flew the majority of combat operations over Vietnam as opposed to the U.S. Air Force, because the Navy had a little bit better projection capability, and the Air Force, had crappy runways made out of the mud and stuff in Vietnam. It was not a very nice time. Anyway, so some of these I don't. There's nothing listed about which ones of these are historically flown by Navy F4s or Air Force F4s. So anyway, I'm going to be trying this at least once with each F4 mission using only missiles, and we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go. Okay, first of all, I want to, let's see, I have the map window turned off because we now have radar. We have all the cool toys. Hello. Oh dear. Now I gotta remember what the controls for the, no. What is the control for radar? No, that's the map. That's afterburners. That's radar. Okay. Yes, we have afterburners now. Let's target this guy. And so, we have two kinds of... Oh, this is not good. Ow. I have two kinds of missiles on the F4 Phantom. We have the AIM-9 Sidewinder, which is a infrared seeking missile, which we should be able to get a tone. You have to lock onto the exhaust of the MiG-21. They have not yet perfected what would be known as all-aspect homing missiles. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Not... Oh, shoot. I pushed the wrong button. And the F4 will stall all the time because it's basically a brick with wings. Oh. I had a perfect firing solution, too. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, he's going to go into the vertical. Now, infrared missiles, the Sidewinder at this time had a terrible tendency to home in on the sun. And there it goes, into the sun. Thank you very much. Oh, come on. Invert myself here, and... Oh, gotta be careful here. Ah! Right there. Come on! Oh, goodness. That got him that time. No! Wait for a lock before you fire. Okay, I have expended all my... all my Sidewinders. Let me see if I can get a lock with the Sparrow, which is semi-active. Oh, right there! Oh, yes! Ha-ha! I got him! The AIM-7 Sparrow, semi-active radar-guided missile, which means it takes its guidance from the plane that is firing it, which is me. It does not have its own onboard radar. Let me see if I can... Nearest bogey is at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. See if I can find him. He's behind me. Yeah, I know, I'm cheating a little bit, but, you know, it is a video game. You want to make it interesting, at least. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, hi. Come on, where are you? Oh, I see him on radar. Now, the other thing about the F4 Phantom is that it is a two-person cockpit. Now, see, I have a missile lock here, but that is not a good angle to be shooting at. That would be terrible. Oh, I can't see him at all through the left-hand side. So the F4 Phantom is a two-seat aircraft. Obviously, this is only a one-player game. So they kind of smashed up all the controls into one person. But in the real F4 Phantom, you would have the pilot in front and the radar guider operator in back. Right there. Come on. Right there. Hit him. Hit him. Yes! Nice shooting, Goose. Okay, wow. That actually worked. I've never actually had this mission satisfactorily shoot down both of them with my missiles. Wow, that worked. Okay. Ha ha ha. Turn off the radar. Guess I'll be telling you a bit more about the F4 Phantom 2 as we go along. That actually worked out very well. 2 hits for what? 7 missiles fired. It's actually about the proper ratio of hits to misses in the actual Vietnam War, where the missiles were not particularly useful. I believe the ratio was 25% for the Sidewinders and maybe 30% for the Sparrows. Anyway, I will see you in that landing phase when we land our brick with wings. Alright, here we are on final approach to our home base. Now, unfortunately, the technology was not quite advanced yet for carrier landings, so all of our F4s have to land at an Air Force base. No carrier landings yet. And the F4 has a really high stall speed, which I'm trying to not find out what it is. Oh, goodness. Oh, I don't know what the brakes are. Oh, crap. I think I misallocated my keys to the brake. I can't find it. Okay. There we go, touching down.
Congratulations.
Excellent job. Oh, sorry. Excellent job. In the actual mission, pilots Paul Gilmore, wasn't he in Pink Floyd? And Bill Smith, wasn't he in Black Sabbath? Downed 1 MiG with Sidewinders, then lit the burners, pulled up, and headed for home. Look at my stats. 28% hit ratio, 7 missiles fired, and 2 kills. 10 minutes and 13 seconds. Plane's condition almost untouched. All right! Thank you all for watching, and until the next time, be excellent to each other. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. You can also interact with me on Twitter and Facebook at L1011Widebody. And if you'd like, you can pledge to sponsor me at patreon.com/L1011Widebody.